A very warm welcome and आपका स्वागत है जी हाँ Quarantini Times on Masti AVI, which is an exclusive presentation of Radio Masti 24/7 Singapore. And of course, you know who I am. I am Renuka with you. And this is a very special exclusive broadcast because you know that I'm not here every Tuesday. But when I am, I bring to you something extremely exclusive and special. In fact, आज के दिन में आपने देखा होगा that we have been talking about something very very special on our social media. We're talking about something which is a necessity today. It is definitely a part of our wardrobe today. It is a part of our memory today because मेरे साथ क्या होता है, many times I walk out of the house and then I run back because I've forgotten my mask. I mean, that's the new normal, right? Like, whenever we talk about a mask, we talk about uh, are we able to breathe through it? Do we look okay? What kind of color is it is? But very important is that how much does it really protect us from what it is supposed to be protecting us from, right? So there is so much that goes into a mask today, and that is why, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very exclusive broadcast today which is talking about, of course, masks, but masks for a certain community. हैव यू एवर थॉट कि भाई जो लोग हिजाब पहनते हैं या जिन लोगों के कपड़ों के साथ में एक टर्बन आती है, उनके साथ में मास्क कैसे पहना जाएगा? I mean, just think about it. The ears are hidden, right? We always say that nowadays we are treating our ears as hangers. When it comes to glasses, yeah, there it is. Our spectacles, our sunglasses, our shades, and of course, our mask is the new normal which goes onto our ears yet again. But have you ever thought, what about the sick men? How would they really wear their masks? अगर आपने नहीं सोचा, कोई problem नहीं है, because I have somebody with me today who actually thought about it. And that is none other than, ladies and gentlemen, please do welcome हमारी खास मेहमान आज के दिन में, and that is Mr. Nirman Singh.
Namaste to everybody. Hi, Rita. Thank you for having me.
It is such a pleasure to have you here. How are you today?
Good. Tugging along.
How has the quarantine and COVID-19 treated you?
Well, like you said, it's a new norm, so we all are still adjusting. I mean, we are missing out on what we used to do last year.
You bet.
So everything that is last year and now this year, you're missing it. I'm just wondering what Diwali is going to be like.
Oh God, it's going to be tough.
So you can't go to the bazaar. It's going to be a sad thing, but I guess that's going to be a new part of our life.
Totally. And you know what I was thinking? I was just reminded on my social media about the Lisha light up last year, this time of the year. And yes. I was just thinking, where are the lights and where is everything? I mean, really, things have changed, huh? What do you say?
It is. But I guess this is something that, in life, I guess we then, we used to complain about a lot of things in the past. So now we were not going to complain. We're going to appreciate what we had, because now from this year onwards, it's going to be extremely different. So
absolutely.
It's going to be more interesting.
Nirman, if I may just address you that way, you have lived up to your name. Nirman really means to create something, right? To really construct something, to make something. And I because you do not speak Hindi much, I'm not sure if anyone's told you the meaning of your name. Did anyone tell you?
Actually, from what I gathered, and the actual meaning is without pride. But I know in India they have the Bharat Nirman project. But this name was actually a lot of people actually mispronounce it by putting an L at the end, because it's common to have that name, whereas in my case it's not there. So it's a slip of the tongue in some cases. But
the difference is it's the Nirman, which is a Punjabi, what you said rightly, and there's the Nirman, which goes in Hindi. So I will go
actually,
with
that's the correct pronunciation. The man is that's how it should be pronounced.
Wow. So tell me something. I know that today you're a very proud creator and inventor of something which at least people like me did not realize is going to be such a big challenge. the Sikh men, right? We
Yeah.
never thought when we started wearing masks, it was like, okay, mask. The bigger issue was how do I breathe rather than how do
Correct.
I wear. So you created and invented the mask for the Sikh men. Tell me the story. I'd love to know.
Well, you see, I mean, it all started when I was, going back to work after CB.
Yes.
So when we went back to work, at that time already, we have to wear a mask. So already there was a bit of issue because the mask that was provided by the government, and even the ones that you bought, it posed some challenges because
Yes.
it was essentially a typical uh, flat mask that you put it, and then after wearing a turban, like, as you can see, my ears are not very visible. In some cases, I mean,
Yeah.
some is visible, some is completely not visible.
Yes.
So how do at that time I didn't really had an idea. Then I just basically did some modification and
Uh-huh.
put it around my head. So I took, yeah, I extended the so-called the corners of the mask, the
Yeah.
string, and basically put an elastic, and then it extended. So
I'll
it
call it the
just
Desi
just a
Jugaad.
typical mask looks like that, right?
Yes,
So what I
absolutely.
did was I put a elastic here and elastic here, and then put it there.
Extended.
But
Yeah.
yeah, and then put it on the top. But you see, what happens is when you do that, firstly, this mask is meant to put on the ears. It's not meant to go beyond the ears. It's never
True.
designed for that purpose.
Yeah.
And so when we do that, then you're essentially the whole mask goes flat into your face, and as you can see, I have beard, and then you end up eating the beard, your beard hair, and then at the same time when you're talking, you are
You
also, your saliva comes in at the way. So all this
yeah.
is a real challenge. So if you look at it, this is not the correct way by putting it here and then extending it there, because you're going to affect your breathing. And
Yes.
to be fair,
Absolutely.
I mean, we as human beings, we are, in our culture, we are not mask wearing people every day,
True.
so we don't wear masks. Only this year we've been wearing masks almost for a long period of time. Otherwise, we don't wear. So that
Yeah.
posed a challenge. So that gave me an idea. Okay, what do I do? There has to be some solution. So I discussed with my wife, and then we came up with some design, and then we worked with a local tailor. And the idea was to, because the local tailor was also having problem because her business was affected because of CB. So there were
Okay.
two problems. So we came together to find a solution. So both of us are helping each other. I was trying to help the community in
Right.
sick men, the elderly and the mature one wearing turban, and
Yeah.
her business was affected of CB, so gave her something different to do. So these were the two angles, and then came about the mask, the sick mask, which is essentially a mask that when you wear. That looks at a few things. One, we customize the size of the mask cup. We call this
Right.
the cup. All right. So
Yes.
each of us have different facial features and nose size. So we have 6 inch,
You-
7 inch, and 8 inch. So S, M, and L, because some of
Right.
us need bigger masks,
Yeah.
and because of our beard, we have to factor that in. And then we
Absolutely.
also factor in the length also. This is called the belt. And what we did is we put a Velcro strap. So
Okay.
when you actually don the mask, okay, you put it up like that, and you simply tie it behind, and
Uh-huh.
that is all. So you can actually, it's a simple mask. You wear it, and then you don't have to worry about anything. It's simple to put on, simple to take off, washable. You don't
Convenient.
have to
Yeah.
do anything further. And then when you're having your meal in the let's say the market or the coffee shop, you just
Right.
put it like that, right? Turn it around, and then you can have your meal. So it's not
Oh,
lying on the table. So it's very simple and easy, and you don't have to worry about anything else. It's a
yeah.
straightforward thing. It comes with a
Right.
Velcro.
Nirman,
And
tell me, when you first thought about it, are you from the industry,
no,
which is related to production of any
no,
clothing?
it's not that. It's just that we train our minds to think how to solve a problem when there is really an issue. So it's just
Ab-
a simple. It's what we want to do is a few things. We want to make it easy, convenient, and practical for sick men with turban, especially those who are the elderly and those matured who are wearing a turban. In fact, for some of them, what we have done is those who don't wear a turban, they wear a simple the smaller size one, which is either we call it the patka or round turban, we
Right.
also cater to that. And one thing that we do is we don't just sell a product. Every call that comes to my wife, we actually we'll ask them what is their turban size, how heavy is their beard, their nose,
Oh,
and then if possible,
custom.
they send us a picture.
Right.
By looking at the picture, then we can then tell them which mask is appropriate, and we tell them what is the belt length currently, and then they can measure for us. So we
Okay.
try to give them a good, nice fitting. Okay, of course, it's not 100%. There will be some issues, and those issues, uh, they come back to us, and we will just do the altering for them without any extra charge. So
Right. So
the
tell
point that
me.
we're driving at is we want to give you a nice
Right.
custom fit mask that is comfortable and easy to use.
Very
and,
good. That
and
is
several
very
people have
helpful.
given us good reviews and remarks, and especially there was
Right.
one taxi driver, an elderly taxi driver, and he was just using a mask, and then he put a paper clip, and it was so sad. But then when he bought this, he was happy. And the first time he bought a second one because he felt maybe it's better to have two so that in a week I can use it, and
Yes.
it's satisfied. And the thing is, what we just want to do is we want to make these people happy that there is something out there for them, and we want them to use the correct type of mask, whether is it my mask or anything. But the point here is use it correctly so that
Yeah.
it protects you. And we
So,
also
what
provide a
were the
filter option.
challenges, Nirman, that you came through? You faced a lot of challenges while
Sure.
you started this, right? So, what
Yeah.
would those be? What would
I
those
mean,
challenges?
the key challenge is, of course, trying to come up with the right design, the right thing that has a good fit, the choice of material, and
Yes.
also the how to go about doing it. What would be the best way to do it.
Yes.
So it's basically like I said, it's understanding the facial structure of the person and his beard. I mean, we do face some challenges here and there, even now, because some people don't want to. How would I say? They feel that what they have is sufficient
Yes.
enough. But I think that the key point here is that we want to say that look, use the correct mask, and not, and the more important is to stay safe.
Yeah.
So that's what
So
we're trying to do. In fact,
when did you launch this? How many months ago was that?
probably I think, like I said, just slightly
Mm.
after CB. I think it was sometime in May, if I'm not wrong. In
Oh,
fact,
okay.
this mask that we also have a pocket where they can actually. This is another option where they can just get a simple filter, which you can buy a box of filters, about 50 in a box, and then you can just put it in. These are
For
for
the
frontline people. Those who are in
yes.
the front line, we promote this for them. Yeah. and
Yeah.
and one thing that and then we have different colors. So some of them, like for example, this is a white color one. So,
Mhm.
and this is actually an olive green.
Right.
And one other thing that we are also doing is we are experimenting for those with heavy beard and bikers, because some of them, they want their beard to be covered.
Yes, that
They
is
don't want it to be exposed. So we can also do that for them. But again, it all depends on what they prefer and what they like. So there we have options for each person based on their needs and wants.
that's
So
really
we'll do
important.
anything. We'll try to help you as much as we can to keep you safe.
Right.
That's
So
that's what
have
we
you
do.
have you sort of approached all the gurudwaras, and it's not only for Singapore but also for worldwide, because the Sikh community is definitely everywhere across the
Yeah.
world, and I'm sure they will find this very useful. So have
Yeah.
you been approaching them, and have you got some good response coming from them?
I think right now we are trying to reach out to as many as possible through our own network, to such as Radio Masti, and the idea is to try to get as many people to
To be
know
aware
about this.
of it. Yes.
Yeah. So of course, to my own circles of friends, and then so on and so forth. So it's like a pay forward. The more
Right.
people share, the more they like about it. And at the end of the day, um, when someone is wearing the mask, somebody will say, "Hey, where did you get that?" Then that's how it goes
Absolutely.
forward. So the
Yes.
idea is really to get as many people to know about it, which we are trying, and we have to keep doing that on a regular basis. And but of course, at the end of the day, my wife and I, both of us agree that we are never going to force anybody. But the point is, we create a solution for you, uh,
Absolutely.
so that you know there's something there for you, and then you then decide. And one of the things now we are going to embark on is something that we can help to also for those who are wearing the hijab or the tudung,
Right.
because uh, we feel that our product can also cater for them, but because it's a feminine side, it's for females, so we're going to adjust accordingly to suit for their needs, and
Yeah,
hopefully we will also find something that is suitable for them, because they too share the same problem as us.
totally.
And we want to just try to help them, and at the end of the day, if it's something that is suitable, well and good. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
that's a great thing. And also as winters are approaching in many parts of the world, people do wear caps, keep their heads covered,
Yeah.
and obviously it's not that easy because the ears, especially in Europe and
Correct.
countries that are very cold, they don't want to leave the ears open. So wearing a mask
Correct.
up, and that's quite a pain. I'm sure your product can be really appreciated in many other ways and different cultures as well.
True.
But
True.
we are proud that we have a Singaporean couple right here in our country, and they have actually gone an extra mile. As they say, necessity is the mother of invention. So you guys
Yeah.
literally took it very serious and decided that yes, this is necessary for our
I
community.
mean, yeah, the idea is to, like I said, is to help everyone stay safe. That's what we want to do. Yeah.
Perfect job. So thank
Yeah.
you so much, Nirman, for joining us today. And I think this is
Yeah.
just a lovely thing to know that you guys are there, and the numbers that people can reach out to you in case they want to order has been scrolling below. So to order,
Yes,
guys,
I've seen
you
that.
have to just text 8112 And
Yeah.
as Nirman said, these are mostly customized. So
Yeah.
definitely personal attention is given to understand your facial feature, the size of your turban, and your requirements. And
Yeah.
then of course you will be safe and you will be happy thanks to
Yeah.
this wonderful couple.
Yeah, well, I hope the viewers and yourself had a good informative time. The idea is, like I said, please share this piece of information to as many as you can, because some may not know. Those who know, they should try to spread the word. The point here is, let's help everyone stay safe during this difficult time. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Nirman, for joining us. And this has
All
been a
right.
lovely conversation. And I would say that we don't have to be scientists to invent things. We can be as simple as you and me, but it's all up here. If we want to help the
Yes.
community and we want to use logic and, of course, reasoning and then develop something, here we are with something
All
absolutely
right.
necessary. Thank you, Nirman, for joining
Take
us.
care. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Right. All right. That was Mr. Nirman Singh. And as you saw, a Singaporean couple who have actually gone an extra mile. All they did was figured out that for the sick men, there are real practical problems. And the real practical problems all come from the turban and the beard. Think about it. A mask cannot be the same for everyone. Each one of us might have our religious reasons or other reasons. बट जो भी रीजंस होते हैं हमारे उसको सॉल्व करने के लिए एक दिमाग चाहिए होता है और वो है आपका दिमाग हमारा दिमाग एंड हियर वी आर फैंटास्टिक इजंट इट गाइस सो एज यू नो अभी जो नंबर आ रहा था वहां पर ऑर्डर कीजिए जरूर इन केस you think the sick men mask can be of use to yourself or anybody that you're aware of on that note गाने चल रहे हैं बिल्कुल रेडियो मस्ती 24/7 में और इस समय हमारा खास शो चल रहा है समर के साथ में इट्स कॉल्ड लेजेंड्स अचीवर्स एंड ऑफ कोर्स एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम की कहानी आप ही के साथ में रेडियो मस्ती 24/7 पर इस समय एब्सोल्युटली लाइव फ्रॉम द स्टूडियो एंड यहाँ पर मैं निकलती हूँ आपसे मिलूंगी कल विद अ न्यू शो विच इज कॉल्ड फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग का लेटेस्ट एपिसोड विच इज गोइंग टू बी अ फैंटास्टिक फिनाले सो डू जॉइन अस गाइस दिस इज रेणुका साइनिंग ऑफ एंड ऑफ कोर्स आई विल सी यू टुमारो स्टे सेफ बी गुड